Good morning. Happy New Year coming up to everyone. I wanted to come out this morning and show you guys my flowering plum tree. I noticed yesterday some damage on it, and I had not seen damage like this myself in real life before, and so I wasn't entirely sure what it was. I suspected that it was yellow-bellied sapsucker damage on the tree trunk, but I wasn't certain. I asked my wonderful Instagram garden community what they thought, and they all agreed it looks like yellow-bellied sapsucker damage. So let me turn you around here and show you what's going on in case you've never seen this before but happen to have it on one of your trees. So there is the damage on the tree trunk. And what kind of tipped me off that it was yellow-bellied sapsucker and not just some kind of bug or fungus is the perfect grid that is kept into this trunk. So the sapsuckers will come, they will peck this grid into the trunk. It will cause the sap to ooze out. They'll come back later and eat the sap. Sometimes they'll also deposit bugs into these little holes that they've created, and then they'll come back later to snack on the bugs. So what can you do about it? So I saw that you can wrap the trunk in burlap, which is one way to protect it, but you really don't want to keep a tree trunk wrapped in burlap for long. It needs to breathe. You can also trap in bugs that the sapsuckers have put in there, and then you're just kind of making a breeding ground for bugs and then possible fungus and things like that that will just continue to eat away. I'm hopeful that my tree trunk will repair itself and heal over and be okay. We've really babied this tree, so we'll see. You can also get wire or plastic like mesh and wrap the trunk in, which I may get some wire mesh if my little mirrors don't work. But here's what I did. Let me turn you back around. We had these little mirrored ornaments that we made to put on our Christmas tree years ago. I saw something on Pinterest or whatever, and said that if you make those little mirrors and you put them around where the lights are, it'll doubly reflect your lights on your Christmas tree. So we still had these in our ornament box. So we came out here and we hung a bunch of those on the tree in hopes of deterring Mr. Yellow-Bellied Sapsucker from coming back. So we'll see if it works. Fingers crossed that my tree heals and that this keeps him away from this tree, and that he doesn't also find my apple trees and might have to put some stuff on those to keep him away from there as well. But I just want to share that in case any of you had not seen that in real life before, and you come out and you see it on your and you happen to see it on one of your trees and you're like, what in the world? So I'll keep you posted on the update of my tree if he heals over and if he does well, and if the mirrors do in fact keep Mr. Yellow-Belly away or Mrs. Yellow-Belly away from pecking on my tree anymore. For those of you that want to know what that woodpecker looks like, here is a photo. I have definitely seen them in my yard. I just at first glance thought they were downies, but the downies are usually on my suet feeders, and these guys tend to not eat off of suet as much. They prefer insects. So yeah, there's a forest full of trees behind my house full of insects, but I guess my flowering plum had nice soft bark that was a lot easier for him to peck into. So anyway, we'll see what happens.